Finally. Activated. Alright. Alright, I think we're all good. Yeah, I think we're all good. Okay, almost all good. I should probably do that. That way things are proper sized. Okay. Okay, let's begin. Let's begin. It looks like everything is ready. All right. There we go. Hey, how's it going? Oh. Oh, it looks like there's... Let's see here. Where is it? Wait, Shock is supposed to be here. Okay. It's not all correct. Okay. Lots of mess up. Let's do some fixing real quick before the stream starts. You can enjoy the craziness going on. Bad one. This should be 3. There we go. Alright, one thing is fixed. Alright, I have to hop over to the viewing section, so one sec while I fix that. Here it is. Oh, I don't know. I actually don't know how high this needs to go up. Okay, right there. So, move down a bit. A little bit more. Yeah, I probably should have fixed this earlier. Okay, this needs to go up just a smidge. What? All right, almost there, almost there. How's that? No, it's still wiggling around. How about the... Oh yeah, that's better. That's better. How about that? Yeah, that's much better. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I think. Sorry, I'm busy messing with stuff to get things working. There we go. Okay, everything is set. Let's hop back over to the stream. There we go. Yeah, everything's much better. Everything is working. Okay, the animations are a little bit messed up still. We're going to fix that. And that's not bouncing. The animation, the talking animation, it should have some bounces. Yeah, it should have some bounces. Okay. Alright, alright. Okay, I'm going to have to get used to the changes. But anyway, first things first. Let's see here. Why don't we go ahead and start working on that right now? So as you can see, I have made a new avatar. And it works kind of okay. I mean, the mouth moves too quickly. The tail animation is fine. I think, yeah, the tail animation is fine. I'm going to have to... I always liked having my character look at the camera, but anyway. It's something to work on. So let's see here. Alright, so let's see here. So I've ended up doing a lot of when it came to the programming. Actually, I probably should have committed all of these real quick. So let me go ahead and just clear out all of the stuff that I've been working on. I need to also remember what I've been doing. What have I been doing? Let's see. I haven't used Glob. I don't know. I was planning to, but I just never got around to it. Wow, this is a lot of commits. That is a... Yeah, that's an awful lot of commits. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and shrink that to make it a bit easier to see. What did I change? Setup folder has been set up, or has been kind of consumed. We added in a bunch of stuff, especially for tracking, or for layer processing. Oh yeah, okay, there's a whole lot of things. Okay then, for importer. Add overlay, or add overlay sequence. Process multi-layer. Multi-layer layers. Yeah, that's yeah, that's a bit silly. I missed the bounce. Well, we're fixing it. We're fixing it. We're fixing it. And let's see here. A lot of layer processing. Oh yeah. Defined configs and locations of configs. That's something we did. We simplified this a little bit because we no longer have to play where is the config. Oh yeah, I changed the find enum. So find enum outputs word instead of none. If none given, or if none found. Alright, I'm just going to commit that. Okay then, image manipulator. Let's go ahead and update this a bit. So what did we do? We added in crop. So add crop. We also... Well, yeah, we added in crop. Fix bug and colorize. So fix colorize bug where shape was ignored. That's our crop code. And then that's more crop. So yeah, we just added crop and fixed the bug. Okay, let's commit that then. Did not expect... Oh, here we go. Layer components. So in this case, we have added... Oh yeah, in layer component, add in... Oh... Add in processing of dynamic and static layers. Oh. And then finally Framer, which had surprisingly not very many changes. We added a modifier, so added crop modifier. How much do you bet it's called? It's because I put bounce. I think it might be because of bounce. We'll fix that when we get a chance. For now, let's see. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, we added in the crop modifier. Expanded code to include dynamic layers. And I think that's it. There we go. Enums. How do we modify our enums? Brand new initial commit. All right. Initial commit. All right, what about you? We added in crop from. So add crop from into... No, it says bounce. It's fine. Add crop from into enum. There we go. And then Animator had a huge change. This still needs to be edited, by the way. It's still dog crap. But at least it's better dog crap. At least, yeah, at least it's better dog crap. It's been upgraded. That's it. That's it. It's been upgraded. Instead of being, you know, the unpolished dog crap, it is now the shiny dog crap. It is sparkling with you know, it's sparkling dog crap. There we go. You can tell. I'll show you why it's dog crap in a second. And I'm just gonna say, here is expanded enum or expanded animator to include dynamic layers. There you go. All right, perfect. There we go. Now we have a fresh. Now we're freshly done with our commits. We can pretty much start butchering the code some more. So the first thing we want to do is go to the frame to layer. It is bounce 10.6, 10.6. So yeah, that should be correct. In other words, yeah, that should be correct. I wonder why it didn't work. The character's supposed to be bouncing everywhere. Let's see. Well, one solution is to just go straight into the code. Actually, maybe what I should do is, let me walk you through it. Let me walk you through what I've changed and what I've updated. So first things first. I have figured out how I'm going to set things up when it comes to the pipeline. So yeah, we'll go through the pipeline right now. So the first thing, I have all of my data. If you look at the data, it is stored in, it's stored in layer format. If you remember, I was trying to write the code so that I had both a layer format and a frame format. Well, frame format is just, or layer format, I should say. Layer format is just so much easier to work with. It is really, really easy because I just need to put all of the pictures into a folder and we're done. So like right here, here's the eyes. Look at that. I have them blinking. I know exactly what layer it is. It's super easy. It's very nice. However, the big problem, and this is the big problem, is that I can't think of a way to structure the code when it comes to this format. It's much easier to structure frame data because, for instance, how would I structure the eye data here? Would I have a config in here and have it dealing with all of the different data? I mean, that's what I would think I would do, and that's what I was planning to do, but it didn't work out that well. So instead, what I did was I wrote code which would take this data here and parse it out into the frame format. So now here you can see all of the different frames. Here you can see the different layers. So if I go through, here's the mouth, the tail, the VR, you can see all of the different parts. And then here is a dynamic layer, which happens to be the different body parts. So here you can see that the body has different, different formats. So it works. I like this format. Now then, let's see here. I then have idle and set and talk. They are the basic animation sets. Talking is what's going on when my character speaks. Idle is when I'm not moving. Then you'll see like the tail flick or the eyes blink. And then set is the intro into each frame. Then if you go into layer config, these will identify how everything's going to be changing. For instance, the background color for a set animation, as you can see, it's 3 frames. This is the color. It's green because I'm green screening my avatar. Here's the shape of the image, the frame rate, which is currently being ignored. We need to fix that. And then the modifiers. And the modifiers say how we want to process the image. In this case, it's cutting the image down to a particular size. Now, if we go to talk, layer, we have our bounce. Yeah, here it is, bounce. So ideally, our we should be bouncing. You can see it here, bounce, 10, 6, 10, 6. So my character should be jumping all over the place. Which is strange that I don't see any warping going on. But yeah, so that's how it's set up. And then here are the different emotions. I currently have 9 now because I figured 9 seemed the most appropriate. So here's normal stance. Then I have happy, angry. This is kind of like curious, like, hey, I wonder what's going on. This is a kind of like the one where you're looking at the screen. Here's derp. Shock. Oh, very shocking. Sad. Yeah. Oh, very sad. And this one's smug. And the smug one's not working. We need to fix smug. Let's go over to that one real quick. Here we go. Smug. Mouth. Yeah, the mouth is in the proper frames. So this needs to be... let's rename this real quick. Smug 01. That's 3. There we go. So next time we run the code, that should fix the smug animation. Now let's get to working on the actual code. If you look at this layer to frame, it is horribly mangled. It is not optimized. There is just so much wrong with it. For instance, these right here, I should have these actually out in their own JSON files that I can modify. They shouldn't be here in the code, but it is. I also have set up this where we are processing through the different directories. Here you can see I'm effectively calling out the different body parts, and yeah, that's not how it should be. That's really not how it should be. I should be going into some kind of, some information should be being passed into this function, which would then tell it which parts, like the arm or the body, should be dynamic layers, and then which parts should be static. And then likewise, because the mouth is, the talking animation is a sequence in the talking animation is a sequence. Large, medium, large, small. And because of that, it only shows up. I have to have the talking animation. It's the mouth sequence is part of all of the layers, but the way that the layers hop through each other are different. So what I need to do is find somewhere to separate out where these different sequences are located. Originally, I had a layer. My old code, I had an entire layer thing dedicated to just processing layers, but yeah, I've since removed that. I'm much happier with it just being like this. So yeah, this needs to get horribly fixed up, but it does work mostly. I think the biggest problem is back over here into the it's back over here into the other layers. Oh, actually, we should... All right, first things first. Let's do that. Art generator. So frame rate. So, yeah, I think art generator is fine. The main thing is it's probably this one. It's probably Animator. Yeah, it's Animator. If you look here, it's set to 24. We should probably, let's see. Layer config. That's what we're looking for. Okay, let's go ahead and start running things. We're debugging. Then once I've finished the debugging, then everything should be golden. All right, so we're here. Let's go ahead and run that. That way we can get all our stuff. There it is. Now let's go ahead and process this real quick. Oh. There we go. Now that we're in here, let's see here. Let's go ahead and run that. Now we're here. Bop. So if we check our layer config, we should have background. Yeah, here it is right here. Background, and then frame rate right here. So technically, frame rate does not need to be here of all places. We can actually set it up outside. This is going to be an int. And then from here, we need to simply change the frame rate. So yeah, these also need to be standardized. Should we do that? I guess maybe we should. I think we will. So one thing that I remember in or when I was coding in other places is usually at some point you would just say screw it, and you would have a global config, which will highlight all of the different variables that you need for your stuff. I might need to start doing that. Let's see here. Because otherwise we'll have, the different things like the layer config, the different components. Yeah, we should probably do that. So let's go ahead and add this in. I'm going to put it here in tools for now. Call this the, we'll call it global parameters. That's technically what it is. All right. So this is going to be the config section. Gonna be an awful lot of final strings showing up. That way nothing will be changed. Okay, so from here, let's go ahead and change this now. Global parameters. There we go, layer config. Perfect. Expected and oh yeah. Hey, Vibe creator, how's it going? Oh, you made the dogs bark. Okay, let's go ahead and continue adding in the other stuff. Doing well, doing well. Fixing my animation code because it's barked. Alright, this will be the layer components. As you can see, I've been working hard on my stuff. I think I'm doing pretty well. Oh, actually, yeah, the summer heat. The thing I have to, yeah, I was going to say, the thing I have to worry about is the bad weather. Because for some reason, for some strange reason, every time it rains just even a little bit, my internet dies for 5 minutes. It's a giant pain in the butt. Hopefully the stream is still going. Let me actually take a peek and see. Is the stream still going? Yeah, the stream's still going. Well, yeah, the stream's still going. Alright, I'm glad. I'm glad. But yeah, for some reason, if it rains, the stream dies. This is one reason why I haven't been streaming the last few days, because if let me show you. I have to, alright. Strange. I need to type in my, anyway. Hong Kong Observatory. The one-stop shop when it comes to internet your internet needs or your weather needs. This is a landline. Yeah, it be a landline. See, it's currently 30 Celsius, so what is that in Fahrenheit? I'm guessing around like 85, 87, maybe. I know 100 is 40. But yeah, if you look here, it's hot around Hong Kong, but not that bad. The worst thing is this, the rain. Oh. You're European. Don't worry. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Yeah, so I saw in France, it's like 40 Celsius. That is ludicrous. I was hoping to see the precipitate, here it is. Okay, not too bad. Now, where's the other thing? You get the idea, I guess you can say. You get the idea. The weather is getting pretty bad. Satellite, there it is, satellite, there it is. Aha, oh, Okay, we won't have to worry too much, maybe. But yeah, it's pretty bad. Yesterday was 42 Celsius. In the shade. Oh my. Okay, let's go check out Europe right now. I don't understand. Well, okay, I do understand, but it's shocking that the weather's gotten so bad it's so hot. Yeah, I saw that there was a mad rush in, I think it was France. Like, people were fighting over air conditioning units. It was crazy. France. AccuWeather. France. Wait, is there a place called France in Indiana? Can I go to France? Okay, we'll type in Paris. Maybe that will work. There you go, Paris, France. The weather's not too bad right now. There's Poland and USA as well. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. The US is the land of immigrants, and when they're building towns, naturally they're going to name it after where they came from. This is why you have the New England states. Because they came from England, and they're new. Okay. This way I can get rid of all of the, yeah, that way I can get rid of all of the, oh wait, that should be capital. I think I will, do this later. I want to get to the debugging. Yeah, let's get to the debugging section. Have you been watching the... It's the sports game. The football game. The World Cup. There it is. Have you been watching the World Cup? Apparently it's been exploding all over the place. Yeah. Oh, hey. It's quite... I haven't been watching it. I'm not really much of a sports fan, but I've been having fun listening to everybody talk about watching it. For instance, it's interesting to see so many people enjoying, so many Europeans going to the US and then enjoying its US-ness. Apparently there was a pretty good match too in the World Cup as well. I heard that there was a lot of fun stuff. Oh, let's see, where are we now? Here we are, animate, process components. We want to debug. Let's get to the debugging section. So we already did folder dict, right? Yes, we did. We have folder dict. Everything is now in frames. I see. Oh, it's still going. I thought it was over now. Hey, that's quite good to know. I will have to check in on it. Apparently, there's been I don't know what the team is, but apparently it's lost 5 of the matches. It's lost every single one. So people have been posting memes of the team just getting beaten up by... It's like they overlaid... Family Guy with the different teams beating up this one team. Let's see. So we're now here. We have our emotion. Curious. Okay. We want to get to the talk animation. Here it is right here. So if the component is talk, then we're going to variants. Oh, that's the saving. Here it is, the image list. So we're going to generate the sequence. Here it is, the generate the frame sequence variant. Image manipulation. So here's the frame dictionary. So where are we getting our frame dictionary from when we generate this sequence? FD copy. So we're copying this here, our component. So that means, all right, so component stick. Did I actually pull that in yet? Oh, I did pull that in. All right, so here we are. There's our idle, there's our set, and then there's the talking. There is a... Okay, I'm going to have to... There we go. Yes, I am. I'm working on an animation library. What I'm hoping to do is make it so that it's easier to generate these animated character sprites. Because, well, I'm updating my avatar. In fact, I'm using the new avatar right now. That's why he's kind of in a bit of a different position, and he looks a bit different from previous streams. But the new code I'm using to generate it is... there's a couple bugs in it. And because of that, I figured why not continue working on it. I'm hoping, what I'm hoping to do is, once I have everything done, I can start generating these, and then I'm going to move over to building an actual animation software in Zig, so that I can stream all of the pictures and data structures I've generated into a video buffer. And then that way, I can, I don't have to build any more videos, which is what I'm currently doing. Oh yeah, that's my hope. That's my hope, because, yeah, Python is very slow. It is super slow. I tried to set it up so that, I could import my pictures into a video buffer in Python, but I was getting like 2 frames per second, which is just not good. It's just not capable of running anything. Okay, so now we have this with our frame dictionary. This is our component dict. So with that, we want to get over to the so yeah, let's go ahead and since that's our last one, I'm just going to do continue. There we go. So now we should be at components. There it is, our talking animation, and our dictionary is this. Okay. Now frame dict. I'm going to grab 0. What do the layers look like? They look fine. What about modifiers? Oh. There we go. Yeah, it has bounce. Okay. So that means it should run bounce. All right, what about down? Let's see here. Maybe it's in Framer. Let's go to Framer and see. And the compile images has modifiers. We then apply the modifiers down here to the applying modifiers. Here, bounce. Processed image, image size, value. It should work. Okay, let's compile this. fr.compile. Compile images. We want our variant to be, we'll do game. We'll pick the game variant. fr.show image. There we go. Now, so there he is. We should change the bounce to be super large. that's the actual idea what I'm planning to do. That is exactly what I'm going to do. Because I figured that if I can figure out the data structures, which would be the most streamlined for streaming input, then I can then structure all my data that way and start running it through. And I think I have a pretty good idea, at least, of what to set up. I was going to have an AI build it. I was planning to do a sort of vibe code and self-work on it myself. That way I could kind of learn more about Zig since I'm very new to it. And I could actually get the project up and running in a relatively quick manner. But the cursor has a limit on how much you can use it. So I used it twice and then they won't let me use it anymore. So I'm waiting to see if there's a limit and I could probably use it again. Okay, there is a... One moment. I think there's a... Actually, I just noticed the chat's not showing up. I'll have to fix that. I'll have to fix that later. I just noticed that chat's not showing up on the... showing up on the stream. Try Gemini. I will have to. I know that some people said that I should some people said using, well, I'll have to figure it out. Some people that showed up on stream last time, they were commenting saying that asking the chatbot or the chatbots to generate the stuff for you and then copying the you post your question into Gemini or into Copilot, and then it'll produce a bunch of code, and then you take it out and then start modifying it. They said that wasn't the best way to do it. They said they recommended me to use Cursor as a handler to try it. But I'll try that. I'll try Gemini. It might have gotten better since then. I know that Copilot's still a bit wonky. Let's see. All right, why don't we do this? Let's go into layers. Actually, wait, this is a modifier. So let's go into modifiers. All right, modifiers. We want to go into our image modifier. Bounce. Oh, of course, I need to bring in... Where's image modifier? There's manipulator. Let's go to layer components. Doo-doo-doo. There it is, image modifiers. All right. So there we have our bounce is 10. I'm going to set this to 100. All right, now let's recompile. And then now we'll do a, we'll show the image. I wonder if it's just that the bounce is too small. It's a bit difficult to tell. I'm going to change the bounce. Let's change this to 1,000. If it has to have been, yeah, it's not working. Okay, yeah, bounce is not working. Bouncing is not working. Okay. It hasn't failed you even once, huh? Actually, that's what I like to do. one thing I've been recommending to people is that the chatbots make great, they're like great encyclopedias and dictionaries. You have a question, you type it in, and it can provide you with somewhat of a reasonable answer. So it's good to use it to figure out information that, figure out where you need to be pointed to so you can start learning. That's how I viewed it. Okay, where's our image I bet it's in our image manipulator. Image manipulation, let's head to bounce. Here it is. The code is very straightforward. We simply run this and then we run warp. We get our shape of our image. We calculate out the PA and PB. We then feed that in. And then we go to warp. Yeah, we set PA and PB. Oh, let's go down. I think I might know what the problem is. It's probably this. Kick has an awful lot of bots, doesn't it? Anyway, let's see here. I'm very curious why my stuff's not working. Very curious. Probably something that probably a change in there in the way that things work. Anyway. I will have to fix that later. For now, I need to figure out where the problem is. Warp matrix is none. So the idea is that if we're not getting this value error, which means that's not being thrown. Maybe. It's always a bit difficult. It's always a bit silly with these things sometimes. How about this is a layer, or this is a frame component. So we go fr.image manipulator. There it is. Bounce. Let's see here. I need to put the image in and the image size and the bounce. So I have a lot of information that needs to go in here. I did do that down here, right? Yeah, there it is. The processed image, image size, and value. Processed image is the image itself. How about we do this? Let's get ourselves an image out. fr.image. We'll call you image. There we go. Now where is our warp function? Or actually we should probably do the calculation for bounce first. It's actually pretty good that this messed up because I need to fix that. So let's see. We have our get image shape. All right, then width and height. So there's our width and height. There's our PA and PB. Oh, bounce is not defined. Okay. Bounce is going to be 50 because I just want a random, stupidly big number to get it to work. You're recreating a 16-year-old game. Oh, that sounds very fun. That sounds very fun. Oh, I'm actually very curious now. Oh, very curious. What scientific paper would you use? What's the scientific paper that you're using and that's, in the game associated with it? I would like, oh, I wonder if I would have time. I don't know. I would have to, if you can, put a short video on YouTube so I can watch it. That would be quite fun. Okay, so there's our PA and PB. Let's head down to... Then from here, let's go down to Warp. Let's see. Do I know Streamable? I do not, actually. I will have to check that out. Let's... Actually, you know what? Let's do a quick peek. What is Streamable? I'm guessing it's this website. Upload a video. Alright. It's a blog? Okay, alright. I think I know what this is. I'm actually a bit surprised. Yeah, I'm actually a bit surprised because I have a feeling it is a free hosting site. Ah, yes, you can host up to 250 megabytes, 10-minute limit for 90 days. Yeah, I understand. Interesting. Alright, yeah, you'll have to send me the link then to check it out. Let's see here. Now, question is does this come out to be true or false? Oh yeah, we need to... Warp matrix is none. There we go. So is this true or false? This comes back as... That is definitely not a true or false statement. Yeah, okay. That might be the problem. It is not none. I think I might have found the problem. This should be a true or false statement. There you go, true. And then this should be false because all of them are wrong. Yep, false. And then from here, we just do a basic get perspective. There's our warp matrix, get perspective. We then toss that in, change our... All right. You also muted the music. Okay. All right, I can do that. I can do that. I can do that easy peasy. Actually, I wonder if that actually solved the problem. I'm going to rerun. It might have been just that little typo right there. Or if one could even call it a typo. How about we do this? I just am interested in the talking animation. Why don't we go ahead and do that? There we go. We'll go ahead and grab our folder. And let's just go ahead and go down the list. Since it's a physics-driven game, the paper is about how you get to support, how they are disappointed with. I see. Oh, physics games. It kind of reminds me of Valve. That kind of shows my age. Oh, I'm very old. Alright, so now we're here. This happens to be the idle. Oh, let's just... We're just going to go straight to talking animation. Nice that it's the last one. Yeah, now let's just run through this and generate the videos. Oh, variant list. This is the variant list. And technically I can get rid of that because I really just want one video. There we go. Okay, let's let it run. Let's go check out our output folder. Let's see here. They also mention... Oh, okay. That sounds like a very... Oh. I was going to say, that sounds like a very interesting paper. I might have to read that. Alright, our outputs... Here it is, output sample. Oh, there's a lot of... I thought I deleted all that. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, we can probably change it to the last modified. This one? No. Okay, how about we... I'm gonna... Okay, let's just delete all of these real quick and rerun it. Make my life a little bit easier. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and rerun variant list. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. As I said, you should send the link so I can have a watch of it. I'm very curious. Here we go. So here's talk and peak animation. So is this bouncing now? Oh, that's giving me a seizure. How about we do... Okay. How about we... Wow, that was a... How about we change the bounce in our example? So we're currently looking at curious. Yeah, we're currently looking at curious. Let's go over to our frames. Here it is, data. Curious. Talk. We're changing this from... We're going to change this to 100 and 100 and 60. There we go, 160. We're going to have nice, big, lambastic animation. Okay, now let's see. Let's rerun that now and see how things fare. There we go. Then our variant list is arms. Now let's go ahead and get through these real quick. Oh, I forgot to... Yeah, I need to run these three real quick. So mouse is normalized from -1 to -1. Oh, okay. I wonder. Let me have my brain think for a second. How does this turn out? I think I could understand what's going on. I guess the idea is that it's like there's a pivot in the back. So when it's 0, then it's at an or I'm thinking kind of like angular calculating the angle based off of mouse position. I see. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay then, now let's just run through all of this. I should probably make sure that the are gone. All right, let's rerun this code now and see how things work. Hopefully we fix the problem. And then my character can actually have a bounce in his talk. All right. Nope, still not working. It is still not working. And that is definitely like a seizure hazard. That's actually it feels like what's being programmed is a way to try and mimic how the body actually moves, because humans are surprisingly spongy organisms. Most people like to think we don't compress much, but you'd be amazed how much you can stretch and squish a person. That's what it kind of feels like. What you're describing is a way to kind of animate that. I mean, have you seen the short like the slow motion videos of somebody getting punched in the face? It is crazy to see how much the face changes once you get punched versus what's actually, the skull there. Like, okay, so yeah, apparently our bouncing is still not working. Let's grab a frame out. All right, frame modifiers. Oh, the bounce is still 4. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Oh, I see, yeah, the bounce is 100. Okay, so, yeah, so why are we not... Yeah, why are we not getting 100 in our bounce? Get back over there. Layer components. This should be in... Let's see here. In Framer... There we go. If our modifier is bounce, we run this code. Modifiers bounce. Modifiers bounce. Yeah, that's correct. And then we're processing our modifiers list. So actually, we're passing in modifiers. Yeah, we're apply pass. So let's go up here. So right here. So yeah, we're getting our modifiers from here. Okay. Self is going to be equal to FR now. So our modifiers are right there. We're passing that in to apply modifiers, our composite image. Let's go ahead and do a quick generation of our... Let's quickly do that. Oh. All right, logger. There. You exist now. Let's see. We'll run through these first. Layer components. There, all shall be. There. Now come on, compile the image already. There we go. So now we should have a something called composite image. So now if I go dot show image, we can then do composite image. Oh. Okay, what did I call this again? Image manipulator. There it is. I need to remember what that's called. There we go. I also made a slow motion in the game. Oh, actually, have you played, what's that game called? What's that game called? What's it called? It's a is it Burnout? I think it was Burnout. There was a game where you would drive a racing car, and what would happen is your character, you would drive as fast as possible, hit a wall, and then they'll launch your character like super far into the air because you would fly straight into the windshield and then break through and continue going. And then you'll just see him ragdoll as he hits everything around him as he lands into the ground. Flat out. There it is. Okay. I knew it was a... Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like you're generating something similar to that too. It's very fun. Okay, so here's our image. Now let's pass this into the modifier. So first things first. Let's get out our modifier list. And this is the modifier. Modifiers. Now then, we'll grab you. We'll break here. Now modifier is bounce. And then the value is 100. That it should be working. It really should be working. I'd wonder what's going on. I managed to play flat out for a couple times. It used to be my eldest brother's. He had it on his Xbox and he really enjoyed playing it. But because it was his Xbox, he wouldn't let me play it. So I managed to play it once or twice, but never actually got to enjoy the full experience of launching pedestrians into, dartboards. I'll have to go back and play it at some point. I heard that Flat Out it had a rather rough development, or I should say the series had it a bit rough. The first game and the second game were fantastic. Like, those are French kiss great, Flat Out 1 and 2. And then apparently for 3 and 4, it was given to people who just didn't really care, which is very infuriating. And then they made garbage. And we haven't seen Flat Out since, which is, again, kind of sad. I think I'm going to have to update my animations a bit because some of them are very expressive. Like, look how sad my character is, but I wonder if it's okay. I'll figure it out later. Okay, let's see here. So we're passing it in. We're passing it in. Our image manipulator bounce. We're passing it in. We're getting our... Why don't we go ahead and run this, actually? Oh, processed image. I'm going to copy this image first. That way we won't modify it. And image happens to be... Yeah, alright. Now let's modify this up. Bounce. Now then... Alright, so that should be our... Alright, that's not correct. Either way, the eyes are still not in the right spot. So it is definitely something to do with the bounce image manipulation function. Yeah, there should be a... Well, let's see here. There should be multiple flatouts. Let's see here. Flatout 3. I think it was released on the Wii. Oh, actually it's on Steam too. Yeah, this one. Look at it. Look at the scores. I mean, usually usually I don't pay attention much to reviewer scores, but like yeah, this, I guess one thing I could say is this was before review scores became dog crap. Back in 2011, where you could actually still trust review scores. Nowadays, you can't trust them at all, but yeah, Flatout 3 was not good. It was just bad. And then they released another one, which was, I believe was exclusive to the Wii. Yeah, here it is. Total Insanity. Oh, actually, it was released on other places, PlayStation 4 and whatnot. I think it was also bad. It received mixed reviews, so yeah. But yeah, Flatout 2 and yeah, these were great. Yeah, I know. It. They use best game of the year a lot like at a certain point it loses its value and it no longer means anything. When I see best game of the year, is no longer going to make me go, oh, I should check that out. I'm just going to think, oh, it's just another, it's just another tag that somebody could put on there. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go back up to bounce. I wonder, Okay, so let's grab bounce. We're going to set this to 100. So we have our image. Let's do that. Oh yeah. This needs to be our image manipulator. So let's run that real quick. There we go. So what does PA and PB look like? So 0 to 5. All right. What does PB look like? Yeah, all right. I see that the image, the file should be... Yeah, because here we have bounce. So yeah, here's all of the bounce calculations right here. So so PA and PB are being put in here. Am I doing something stupid and not outputting the final result? If what we should do is let's see here. I have PA and PB. Why don't we do that? Convert them to matrices. So yeah, there they are. Let's go ahead and do this. Get our warp matrix. So that should be the calculation we need for modifying our image. Now let's go ahead and just run this directly. CV2 warp perspective. We have our image and our matrix, and then our image size. I don't think I output image size, did I? Well, that's fine. Okay. And then warp image. I have a feeling it might have warped it. Why don't we just run that real quick on normal image? Because the warp is 100, so it's so ludicrous that it should have just pushed everything out of, yeah, okay. So it worked. That means it has everything to do with this statement right here. That's the only thing I can think of. Is that it is, yeah, that's the only thing I think of, is that this statement right here is just causing it to skip over everything. Let's see. But the thing is that warp matrix is being passed in as a none. We're not passing in anything. We're instead passing in PA and PB. How about instead of trying to combine it all together, why don't we just separate it out? So if PA and PB, there we go, then we will perform this calculation. Let's see here. The reason why I had a none there is because let's just get it working first. Let's just get it working. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run this here. And then we're just going to set this equal to image manipulator, or CV image manipulator. Since apparently this is where the exact problem is located. RGBA. All right. Hey, Zenzian, how's it going? I am building an animator. The idea is to animate character artwork. For instance, my avatar right here, he moves around a lot. He has a bunch of different emotions. And I need a way to animate it. Because the original way I was doing it, it was a massive pain in the butt. So I figured, why not build something in Python to do all of the stuff for me? With the hopes that once I have all of the structure set up and I have a generally good understanding of how it works, we can then transition over to writing something similar in Zig, but instead of creating videos, it will stream the images directly into a video buffer. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow. Oh, I should, I actually, with the current setup I have, I actually can keep track of these things. I should definitely update this a bit. Anyway. But right now we're chasing down a bug. Because for some reason, I don't know why, my bouncing code is not working. This picture right here is supposed to be up here, or, you know, somewhere higher. But for some reason, when I run this bounce, so let's actually do that now. im.bounce. So we're going to put an image, and we'll put in a bounce of 6. And we'll put out output, we'll call this AA. Oh yeah, image size. I think I already have that out, don't I? Yeah, here it is, image size. All right, perfect. So we'll just put in image size there. We'll set this stuff 15, something ludicrously big. All right, then. Now, did it actually bounce? It did, in the wrong direction. But at least it moved, finally. Oh. Hey! At least it moved. It's a bit strange that it bounced that far, though. Especially since I just put in 15. Let's change this to a 2 or a 4. Wow, okay. Let's try something. Let's see here. There's the eyes. I'm noticing a couple problems. The first, most obvious problem is, yeah, the output image is not correct. Yeah, the output image is very not correct. I think I'm going to go ahead and... Actually, I think this is a tuple, isn't it? Let's see here. Let's see what is image size. Yeah, it's a tuple. Oh, I see. Oh, image size is wrong. Oh, yeah. That will definitely cause a problem. Okay, yeah. Image size is wrong. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. And then now the eyes should have moved. It looks like they are moving now, which is good. But it's going in the wrong direction. Which is a bit... which should not be going that way. Actually... let's set that to... Let's make it a ludicrously large number again. We'll set it to 200. Yep, there we go. Okay, yeah, it's working. All right, so bounce is working properly again, but it is going in the wrong direction. So we should probably find out why. It may be possible that I accidentally reversed PA and PB. I have a feeling it is exactly it. Let's go ahead and just switch them around. Let's see here. There we go. Now let's show. Yep, there we go. That's better. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I had it going the other way. I do know that having it set up like this will be a bit annoying, but because we set it that you have to physically put in PA and PB for in order for bounce to work, I'm going to put a to-do here. All right, where are you? Here we go. There we go. Okay. We can worry about that later. Let's go ahead and rerun the code now. Now, since this problem affects all of my avatar, what I'm going to do is just run the code fully. Actually, I noticed that there was one other problem in another animation. So before we do that, we need to move over to happy, the happy animation. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Actually, we probably can just run that and go over to Framer or Frame Importer. Let's see. Here's our frame importer. Where's the function? Oh, that's not frame importer. Where's our frame? It's not framer. Okay, where is it again? We want you. Ah, here you are. Okay, perfect. All right, let's go ahead and run the code. There we go. So now we have everything processed. So now if we go to there, let's go ahead and grab out animation component or animation emotion, happy, and we want the animation components idle. And we're going to grab the first frame. I think that's good. Let's grab this. Now then, what do the layers look like? We are missing okay, well that explains a lot. Where are the arms? Arms are missing. We have tail. Oh, okay, this might be a... Let's see, this should be the happy animator. So let's hop over to our data structure. We go in here into data, happy, idle, layer. All right, so yeah, everything is fine here. Let's go into frame. Let's check out the frames layers. Oh, I found the problem. I called it arms. We want arm. I should probably make it plural. So let's fix this. We'll fix it right here. Arms. Oh, then we'll want to fix it here as well. I should probably fix the code real quick. The let's see here. Where are you? Layer to frame. This one. This is where it... There it is. If the layer name is arms. That's where I threw a problem. Now that should work. All right, let's go ahead and run this code. Generate out our outputs and see how things fare. I should probably also clear out this because we're going to be making a bunch of new ones. There we go. So there we go. So let's let that run. As you can see, it's now processing and doing its thing, which is quite nice. Now then, And that means if we hop over here, yep, there it is. So now we're producing our new videos. Okay then. We'll have to see how things look when we do the talking. Oh, actually, I think the bounce is... I doubled the bounce because I was trying to get an effect. I wonder if it's going to make the characters... We'll have to see how it fares. I worry... I think it's going to be a bit silly the way that the animations for the talking go. We'll find out. But while that's working... Yeah, while that's working... Why don't we hop over into Zig? Yeah, let's start messing with the Zig. Oh, actually, you know what? Before we do that, let's load up... Where are you? There it is, cursor. Yeah, let's load up cursor and see if it will let me do anything. Last time it wouldn't let me. It was saying, no, you're not allowed to use cursor anymore. You didn't spend money. Oh, here we go. Here it is, right here. This is where it left me off last time. I was trying to tell it to update the code. Now, if I run that... Oh, all right. So it does work. Okay. So they do have a limit for new users. Oh, all right. That's good to know. I'm a free user, so I have to play the waiting game. No? Okay. I've reached my limit. They're not going to let me work. Oh. Yeah, I think that's about as far as we can get our clankers working. I wonder if it managed to update the code a bit. It claims it did. So let's see here. Let's see. Actually, I think this particular project is not here. This one happens to be in a different folder. Now, which folder is it in? There it is. Layer... Compositor. There it is. There's the assets. There's the building. Let's go to source code. Here we go. All of the different components. Let's just start checking these things out. All right. Let's see here. Oh. So this happens to be the frame buffer. So we do a resize. Okay, so I guess the big question is where are we calling all of these? Here's the Boolean frame buffer. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I see. Okay. So what they're doing is... So what the program was doing was it's creating a function called frame buffer. And then we have a bunch of different functions in it. Here we have the one, it's actually called frame buffer. Then we have resize, clear, be lit over. Let's see, we also have save PNG. Why does it have save PNG? Why does it have save PNG? This is not, we're not saving any PNGs. This is a... Unless they're using save PNG as a... yeah, unless they're using save PNG as a... All right, why don't we hop over to another one? Let's see here. I'm going to go to image layer. So here's our namespace file system. And then we have another. Then we do this namespace. All right. Yeah, I'm not going to pretend that I know exactly what's going on. All I can say is that I'm looking at this and I'm quite confused about what the system is doing. We're loading from directory. This is looking for an error code. Here's sorting the paths. I am not. And here is go to the last frame, go to the first frame. I mean, when I ran the code, it worked. Which is why I was like, oh, yeah, when I ran the code, it was like, oh, it worked very well. Maybe I can use it to actually get somewhere. But every time I go in here to see what the hell is going on, I have no clue what the hell is going on. So here's our triggered layer. Let's see here. Triggered layer, trigger layer. Here's our image layer. Here's our microphone inputs. And then here it would move like. Yeah, I hate this. I hate the code so much. Oh, all right. I think I have a strong desire to just forget about how they wrote this, or to drop this and just try and build it myself. Okay, let's go to main. Maybe if we start at main, it might help start making some sense. Print usage. Okay. Arg parse. Write buffer. I have a strong suspicion that no, this is not going to okay, I guess this is what we're doing for writing the buffer. There's off stream. There's X11 window. Yeah, okay. I'm going to I know exactly what I'm going to do. I know exactly what I'm going to do. Oh. Oh, we should probably go back again. All right, here we go. Oh. Okay, then. Why don't we just start from the basics? So the first thing I need to do is, let's see here. I think the first thing I need to do is figure out how would one interface with like CV2 or something for a video for a frame buffer. So Zig CV2. Oh, hey, here we go. Here's the Zig CV. I wonder if... I think this might be a... Ziglang Pi. Alright. 4.11. Actually, I'm a bit surprised how... I remember when CV2 came out, it was just still it was still in the 1.0 phase. It's come quite a long way. I think I'm going to have to... I'm just... Oh! I just keep going blank looking at this. I think I'm going to have to read up on Zig. We'll have to start with the base. Oh, is this done? Oh, this might be done. Oh, this might be done. This might be done. Let's see. Where's the talking animation? Here. It's not bouncing. Yeah, it's not bouncing. Okay, well, let's... I wonder why it's not bouncing. Let's check out Happy and... Let's see here. Oh, it's not done yet. It's still compiling. Okay. But the main thing is that it's not bouncing. The character is not... The talking animation is not bouncing about like he's having a... Yeah, it's not bouncing. It is not bouncing at all. It is... I don't know why. I thought we just fixed it. I could have sworn we fixed it. We know that everything is getting into where it needs to be. Let's go back to Framer. Down to bounce. Yeah, we went through this. This is all correct. So it has to all be on the manipulator side of when we get to bounce. Here is bounce. We take this, we take in the integer for bouncing. We then calculate it. And honestly, I really don't see where the problem is. I really don't. We even tested the code ourselves and it worked. We're returning warp image. So, and this is an abstract method. So that means what we're going to do is return the image that warp generates. And if it wasn't working, then it would not, it would be a blank image or it would throw an error. We're doing CV, we're using the CV image manipulation code that we wrote right here. Here is the warp. We removed it so that... If PA and PB... That should mean that's... Because if that should mean if they both exist, then we should be able to run through this code here. Which means that it should be doing it. I wonder what's going on. Let's see here. Game normal talk. Bouncing? No, not bouncing. Very curious. Very annoying. While that's running, let's open up another Python and start investigating some more. Let's see here. So what I'm going to do is we'll run all of this. simply run up to here. We'll set those up. Technically, we just need our folder dictionary. We already know what our frame is going to be. So all we need to do is just set this to our folder dict. All right, let's see here. This should have modifiers. There we go. Wait, that's idle. We want the talking one. There we go. And there is bounce. There's a 10 with a bounce. Let's compile the image. We'll use the variant, which will be our good friend up. Framer does not have... Oh. Compile images. There we go. Now... It should be up. It should be up. It looks like it's correct. It looks like those are not the same color. I'm going to have to fix that. Maybe. Actually, oh, that is very loud. Oh, why is that very loud? I'm going to have to do something about that. Okay. I see. I know what I know what I need to do. We'll have to try and avoid that. Let's see here though. It feels like it's bounced though. Why don't we go ahead and play around a bit? I'm going to go ahead and do a... Let's see here. This should be the layer or image mod. Image modifier. Where are you? That's not the image mode. Enum. Framer. Here, layer components or image modifier. There it is. Image modifiers. So what we want is our image modifiers. Bounce. We're going to set that to 100. Now let's compile this image again. I think it bounced, did it? It looks like it's stretching, right? I think it's stretching. Let's change it to something more ludicrous. 200. Okay, I don't think it's moving. This should just stretch this image until you can't even see it. But I have a feeling it's not working. Yep, still not working. Okay, all right. Why is it not working? It's... Let's see here. Bounce, image manipulator, bounce, processed image, image size, value, and then we should be outputting processed image. And this is if the modifier is equal to bounce. Now, if we grab the key for, let's see here. It should, they are correct. They're both like, yeah, that's correct. There's no way that's not correct. Okay, what I'm going to do here, we're just going to call this directly here. So let's see here. fr.image. fr.image is going to be, we're going to copy this. All right then, image size. What is our current image size here? Oh, self is going to be equal to fr. So what is our image size? Our image size is... Our image size is... Okay, that's not right. Oh wait, I see. It's the comma. Got it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's correct. And then our value is supposed to be 100. So now if I do this, how? Oh. It's stretched, so that means, okay, that means it's a problem with Framer because we processed it and it worked. So that means, yeah, that means it's a problem with Framer. It's a problem with this code right here. We create a copy of our image. We then run it through. If we run through modifiers, so modifiers dot, or let's see here, modifiers equal to self dot modifiers. So here we go. Here's a dictionary with our modifiers. I'm going to do this. Okay then. Let's see here. I'm just gonna load up this thing with a bunch of loggers. I know that it's working because crop from works. That's how I'm shrinking my image. You can even see the crop from right here. Hey, Sesame, how's it going? Thanks. I've been working on it. Okay, I'm going to rerun that. Actually, how is this one doing? It's done. Okay. I was hoping to be able to update the things, but let's go ahead and just delete all that. How's it going? How's it going? I am trying to get my code to work. And it's not playing nice right now, and I don't know why. So I'm trying to find out why. Okay. There we go, applying crop, applying crop. So eventually we should start seeing apply. Yeah, here we added all the modifiers. So once we get to, let's see, this is all idle code. Once we start seeing talking, that will be what we want. So that will happen to be the 7th, that's the 8th layer, that's the 9th, There's the... That's the 9th tail. There's the 10th. There's the 11th. There's the 12th. And now we are... Oh yeah, we're doing the different... Okay, what is this one then? I see curious, idle, tail, curious... Oh, it's probably the different bodies. All right. Once it gets to the talking animation, then we can see. Ah, good to hear. Good you're doing well. Good to hear you're doing well. I have been having fun coding while it rains outside. Hong Kong, it has been super, super rainy. And because of that, it knocks the internet out every 10, 15 minutes. This is one reason why I haven't been able to stream recently. It's because it's just, the rain has been just being a pain. Ah. Applying bounce. Image warped. It's going, okay, I don't know what is going on. I don't know why it's not applying. This is very, okay, let's go over to, let's see. Here it is, up talk. Yeah, it's just not bouncing. But we just logged it. It says that it was applying bounce. Look at that, applying bounce. Image has been warped. It even called the warp function. How about this? Let's do this. Let's do this. Having it just tell us image warp doesn't tell me jack. Image manipulator, congratulations, warp function. Instead of just saying image warped, you're going to tell me exactly what the matrix is. All right then. Warp matrix. All right, and okay, so we'll do that. Let's crash this. Okay, then go ahead and move that to trash. Next thing we want to do is let's see here. I'm going to modify the layer config a bit. 10.6, 10.6. Let's change this to something grotesquely huge. We're going to set this to 2012. 2012. All right then. This is going to be the layer. There are no changes that we're going to do for all of the other talking animations, so we'll just replace it here. Yeah, okay. Alright, so now all of the layer config should have 20 and 12. I can worry about other things later. So it should be a ludicrous bounce now. Let's run this. It should be a ludicrous bounce. It should be the bounciest of bounces. Like, it should be extremely obvious, the bounce. Alright, so once it gets to down there, we can see what's going on. I guess in the meantime, let's get over here. Sadly, I forgot most of the C code that my C programming. So I need to go back to the basics. I forgot so much. So let's see here. Actually, how about this? How about this? Maybe if I draw something out real quick, it can help me think. Let me let me load up GIMP and give it a shot. I'll put that there. There we go. Let's load GIMP up. Grab myself my pen. I have a drawing tablet. So this is one reason why I need to find my pen. It's an old drawing tablet. Like it's a really, really old drawing tablet. Like I think I bought it 20 years ago. Or where are you, GIMP? There you are, GIMP. Hey, GIMP. Okay. All right. So let's see here. So what do I want to do with my program? I think 6 would be a pretty good size. What do you think? Yeah, I think 6 is a pretty good size. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to take individual images right here and then push them into a, composite them and push them into a video buffer. So here's our video buffer. And then this will be on an alpha, as in this will be an RGBA, so that I can then have transparency and feed it into something like OBS. So the idea is this will eventually go into OBS. And what I would hope to do with this is that I could have a microphone. So, would have a mic. Oh. So yeah, what I'm hoping to do is to have a microphone. We'll draw a, let's see here. How do I want to draw a fuzzy mic, I guess. It's a fuzzy microphone on a thingy. So yeah, here's our fuzzy microphone. And I would like this to cycle through the different animation components. For instance, when I talk, we'll have a layer that would be called mouth. And this will cycle through. So then it'll go from 1 to 2 to 3. Now, because of how I've set things up, why do I have a feeling that the way that I have things currently set up is not going to be how I'm going to set it up for this? A lot of the major components are still the same. I think the first thing I need to focus on is just loading images. And loading images quickly. That's the main thing. Quick. Part of me feels like I should just continue messing with Python and try and figure out something on this on my own time off of stream. Because I need to go through the basics again. I like very low level basics. So, yeah, I think I'll have to figure that out. Oh, we should probably check out our logs. Our logs. Let's check the logs. How are the logs looking? It should be... Let's see, let's head up. Here. So there's our matrix. We're getting our matrix when we do the warp. Wait, wait. Oh, I just thought of something. And it's probably, I think I figured the problem out. And it's the dumbest problem ever. Where are you? Bounce. We're doing warp. Let's see here. Here's our image. Processing it in. Then here's warp. This is the warp right here. It's returning the warp image. No, it should be correct. I mean, we're getting to this point right here in the log. Let's check out here. Nope, not data sources. Output. Talk. Nope, still not bouncing. I am so confused. Like everything seems to be working. Our logs are logging. Look at this. Our log is logging. It is generating out an actual matrix for doing our warping. It says here we applied our warp. We're applying bounce. The image has been warped. And then right here, we then start doing the crop. Like, the only other option I can think of is, let's see. Yeah, the only thing I can think of is for this bounce, I can do, instead of return like that, we can do this and have this return a value. We'll call this the warped image. And then this will return the warped image. That's the only thing I can think of. I don't know what else to do. I mean, yeah, I don't really know what to do. Because warp works fine by itself when we run it. Bounce works when we do bounce without running the code. Fine. Yeah, that works fine. Maybe there's and when we do the modify, like we put logs all over the place and all the logs are running, like applying bounce, which means we got to this point in the code. And then we put in the bounce. This runs this set of code here. We then run warp image, which has its own log, which tells it to output the, yeah, right here. It tells us to output image warped followed by the matrix. That means we made it to this point. That means warped image occurred. So, yeah, why it's not actually doing the next step, I don't know. Maybe we should add in some more strange shenanigans. But the other ones did work. The only thing I can think of is because this is an abstract. But no, they're all well, bounce is not abstract. That's the only thing I can think of that's not. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. Is that because bounce is not abstract, it's something weird is going on there. Let's see here. Let me check out. Let's do a quick check at something. Here's pillow. Here's warp. We didn't actually do a bounce here, did we? But we did put in a PA and PB. And we do the calculations where we calculate the warp matrix here. And then we output it. It's the exact same way that we did it in the other one before I started changing it up. So curious. So very curious. We're getting our correct image formats. We're processing the image. And I think the strangest part is that the bouncing was working earlier. It's only recently that the bounce stopped. Yeah, that's not moving at all. That is not bouncing at all. This one should be very obvious that it's bounced. Yeah. All right then. All right, how about we go ahead and crash the code? Or is it done? Did it finish? No, it's not. It's still running. Let's go ahead and crash it. Let's delete our current, all of the outputs. Now let's see here. Why don't we... Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and set this up like so. Go ahead and run that. Now what I'm going to do is... Actually, I have an idea. Image manipulator. Where are you? Here. We're adding in a new function here. Let's see here. Load image, generate background, warp, crop image, resize. Here it is. Show image. This is going to a new abstract method. Show movie. And then this will be an image list. All right, let's go ahead and let's see here. All right, let's go ahead and grab this. Where is our... There's pillow. Here it is. Show image. I'm going to put this right here. Now this is an image list. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up a... let's see. So what we're going to do is it's not just going to be this. We're going to be cycling through this with a pause. Let's see here. CV2 actually has its own way of doing that. Python show animation. Come on, CV2 Python show animation. I have a feeling the internet's going to drop. All right. Okay, there we go. How to handling animated images. All right, how do we do this? No, not save animation, displaying an animation right here. This is what we want. Oh, Python. Nice. All right, so we do an enumerate, image show animation frame, then we do a wait key, and then animation duration I, and then here we'll do a code 27. If that happens, we do return. I'm just going to copy this. There we go. Let's just copy this. All right, yeah, let's copy this and paste it in here. And quickly see, how is it different from what I was doing earlier? In this case, this is just going to be image list. And this is going to be CV2. CV2. You know what? This is actually the exact same animation duration. All right. Let's go back up there real quick. Animation frames. And oh, here it is. CV. So we actually create a thing called animation. All right. And then we load those image frames into animation. Actually, this is all new to me. I don't remember doing this. So all right, let's go ahead and copy that. So that explains this. So, oh. Yeah, I don't remember this. I remember cycling, I remember the cycling. So, okay, CV2, animation. And then from here, animation, we need to add in our images. So, read animation. Now we're inputting this into animation. All right. Can I just, that's a file name. Can I just input in a list of images already? That'd be very nice if I could just input them in. Oh, let's see here. Can I, oh, actually, does this have any, here, frames, image list. There we go. Animation dot durations. We're going to set this to, I have no clue. I can see that there is a, they're doing I. How about we not do that? Let's just try and run this for now. We don't need you. We don't need you. We don't need, well, we do need you. Okay, I think that's good. All right, let's try and run this. All right, so we need a movie list. Let's go grab one real quick. So if I recall, we should have folder dict. Here it is. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves, actually, instead of grabbing something, why don't we go through here and propagate down. There we go. And then from here, we can simply get to this point. Now we're generating the video there, but we don't want to do that. We'll do it from here. Oh, variant list. We have frame rate. Yep. Let's just get variant. We're going to call this. We'll just pick one of the variants. We were trying to do is just generate a list. There we go. So there's it processing our frames. There we go. We'll get our new image size. So with that, let's go over to our image manipulator. We've already did this, so im.showMovie image layer or image list. It kind of worked. It kind of crashed. Oh, okay. Let's say it's not kind of crashed. It kind of crashed a lot. We'll properly crash this in a second. Let's see here. Tuple out of range. So yeah, the duration. We need to add in the duration. So animation durations. What does it look like? It is a typing sequence as an integer. Okay, can I get the typing then? I have a feeling the answer might be no. How about we do this? Instead of hunting through that real quick, we do know of animation. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, they're doing read animation again. This is where you end up using a location where there's a WebMP, a GIF, an API. But what we want is to pass in our own stuff. Maybe this is it. Here's duration. Append duration. All right. But duration looks like it's just an empty. Yeah, it looks like it's an empty. It's an empty list, and then we're just. Oh, here we go. So, where's duration coming out? I range, CV. CV put text. Friend, append frame. So I can see where frame is. It's right here. But where did duration come from? Here it is, 200. Ah, okay. I see. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. All right. I think I know what's going on here. That means for our... All right. That means for our image manipulator, our movie... We want to add in that. So we need to know the length of list. So we'll simply do this for now. So 200 for, or it needs to be also in a list. So this is going to be 200 for I in the, actually, you know, we could just do that. We could just do that. See, what's it complaining about? Expected a sequence, got a list instead. I wonder how we generate the sequence. Animations, save to durate. Well, it didn't complain when they did it this way, so we're just going to pretend. We're just going to pretend that that's. We're just going to pretend that we're going to ignore that. Okay, we're going to rerun this. I'm going to refresh it. Now then, now let's do the show movie. Where did my show movie go? im.showMovie image list. Cannot parse value. Sequence item with index 0 or Let's see here. How long is image list? 5. Yeah, it should be 5 frames. So if I do this, I should get 205 times. Yeah. And then we put that in durations. Could not parse value. Sequence item with an index has a wrong type. Okay, what we'll do then is we'll get rid of that. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I did something silly. Nope, apparently that's not. Oh. A syntax error, return outside function. It's that one. Okay. All right, fine. There we go. Okay, where's our movie? There it is. All right, so far so good. It looks like it's not cropping the last image, which is a yeah, okay. So apparently there's a lot of problems. It should be cropping the last image. I don't know why it's not doing that. So it's not bouncing, and it's not cropping the last image. Actually, I'm very curious. I'm actually... Don't mind me for a second. I actually want to see something real quick. Why are you not... Oh, if I do that, it's going to crash my thing, isn't it? Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to crash it. Okay, why don't we wait on that then? I'm a bit surprised that destroy all windows did not destroy it. Oh, I see what happened. I see what happened. Yeah, that's not... This is the return. Destroy the window, then return. There we go. Okay. Alright, so that is set. I want to change this real quick to something ludicrous. I want to set it to 24. And then now what I'm going to do is rerun this. All right, how is our movie going? It's actually moving pretty quick. Yeah, that actually moved pretty quickly. That's very nice. All right, so now that we have that in mind, we need to hop over to our animator. This. Image size. I wonder why. Yeah, I wonder why it didn't crop at the very last image. Like, that didn't run. And then, as I mentioned, our bouncing isn't running. Most likely what I'm going to have to do as well is start organizing Animate a bit more. Because here we have our code. As you can see here, this right here is where we're generating our pictures. It's right in the process component section, which it kind of makes sense because it's you know, we're doing everything at the bottom rung of the layers, so it makes sense to have everything at that point. But it kind of should probably be somewhere else. That way I can cut down on these egregious loops. All right, so let's see here. Let's go ahead and run this. Oh. There we go. We'll run that. So now we have our emotion. Then we want to run this. We want to get to the talking animation. So here we are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to blot these two out for now. And what we're going to do is we're just going to pick the first in the list of the variant list. Let's go ahead and run all that. Oh, variant list. We need to... All right. Okay, what are you complaining about? Oh, I know what the problem is. Okay. I know what the problem... It's because of the pop right here. That means frame rate should be fine. All right, let's just... That means we just need to run this bit of code here. And it's complaining as well. I am complaining about... Yeah, I picked down. All right, now what's going on? Image manipulation framer, C, low type variant. Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it, I get it, I get it. It's because of that turns into a... Yeah, let me just do that for a second. There we go. So now we're processing this variant. This is applying all of the stuff for the... This should be talking, right? No, this is idle. Let's see. Crop, 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 crop. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, yeah. This is the idle. We want the other one. We want our talking animation. Let's see here. If I do that, idle is the first one, then the last one happens to be talk. Yeah, right there, talking animation. Okay. I'm going to run that again. There it is, talking animation. That's what we want. Let's run this. Let's go through all you. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This should be pretty quick. We have 4 variants. What variant are we on? Casual, perfect. Just generate that for me, please. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the fifth one doesn't have any modification. Oh, actually, that might be why the last one didn't get cropped. Okay. So, all right, I figured out the first problem. That happens to just be a silliness on my end. Let's fix that real quick. It's here. The fifth layer, we didn't put any modifiers, which also included crop. So there, now that we've added in crop here, it should show up in the other ones. There we go. So that's fine. The cropping issue, that's not a problem. The problem still persists is bounce. Now then, now we've done that, we are, let's see here, we're in Animator still. Let's close out some of these things. There it is. Okay, Animator. So now we have our image list. Let's show this movie. It's a bit difficult to tell with it bouncing like that. Let's yeah, it's a bit difficult to tell with it bouncing like that. Let's I know what I'm going to do. Let's see here. We have our Framer dictionary. Okay. So it should be FD copy. There it is. FD copy. 4, that should be our framer. We're going to add modifier. In this case, we're going to do a... Where's our image modifier? Here it is. Crop from. Let's just add this modifier in. Let's see, where is our... Oh, what was it? What? Framer does not have... No, it has it. I added that code in. Oh, it's add modifier. Got it. And it's looking for... Okay, it's add modifier. And it's simply looking for this. Okay. And we didn't define image modifiers. There, image modifiers has been defined. Add yourself. 2 arguments. Add modifier. Let's see here. Type is instance. Could not... generic parameterized. Okay. That is our modifier, crop from. Well, I think I might have found another typo. Let's see here. Where? We're just going to... Oh, we're just going to do a quick cheat. Image modifiers, crop from... Now let's get our... Let's get this. There we go. Okay, now we've added it in. Let's go ahead and rerun this. So there's our FD, there's our frame rate. Let's go ahead and rerun this. There we go. Now let's show it. There we go. Yeah, it's not bouncing. All right. Okay, it's not... it's really not bouncing. And we know for a fact that that's there. Maybe it has to do with... But it does... Oh, why is it... What is going on here? Let's see here. Ah, I think I might know what the problem... Well, no, that's not the problem. Because we do a for loop. I was going to think, oh, I think I might have found it. But like, no, that's not it. That is not it at all. I was thinking maybe it might be we're copying processed image over and over and over again. We should just start... Let's start doing silliness. Okay, we're going to add in a bunch of other modifiers. Colorize. Now for colorize, it requires a RGB. It requires 3 colors. Red, green, blue. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this, and we'll say we want to turn this, let's see here, red, green, blue, 255. We'll turn it red. There we go. There we go. So let's go ahead and rerun this. Now the last frame should have color. If we show our movie, my character should have a flash of red in his eyes. Or I should say the entire frame should flash red, but that's perfect. There we go. We know that we're adding in colorization. So yeah, colorize works. Okay, so we know colorize works. We know crop works. Transparency doesn't have anything, and so it's all this thing. It's all this thing. How about we do this? If you notice warp, let's see. Here's our warp matrix. This is what we generated. Why don't we go ahead and create it ourselves? Let's see here. Our bounce is 20. Let's see. Where's bounce? Here is bounce right here. So bounce, image size, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so here we have bounce. Let's create those two. Oh. IAM.get image shape. We'll get the fr.image or image list. The first image will get your... There we go. That. Oh. Oh yeah, these are oh, okay. The image list should have a... There it is. Okay. So this will be image size. Not the actual image size we want. It should be FR... Right? FD copy. Here it is. FD copy. We'll go for FD copy. We'll go for the first image. Or that should be dot image. There we go. So image size. There we go. That's fine. That's fine for me. Now then, let's go ahead and do the warp calculation. WH is equal to image size. Let's go ahead and grab. There we go. And then we want to go down to here. So now, yeah, now we want to head to warp. And then warp. Here it is. Let's generate our perspective. So now here's our warp matrix. It's a little bit off, but okay. Anyway, we have our warp matrix. Now what we're going to do, let's go back into here. So let's see here. Where is our list of that we're going to be processing? It should be FD copy. So FD copy. We'll go for the, again, we'll go for the fourth one. Modifiers. Now then, what we're going to do is we're going to add in a warp here. So let's just go with image modifiers, warp, and now we're going to put in our matrix. There. Now let's go ahead and rerun the generate the animation. So technically we'll be modifying the last one as well. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense. Now let's just show the movie. Ah, it looks like it's working this time. Yeah, okay. It has to it has something to do with bounce. It's 100% something to do with bounce. Somehow the stuff is not getting propagated back when you do bounce. And I don't know why. But yeah, I can see that there's a weird morphing thing going on, but the main thing is that the modifying worked. We're able to, so I might have to do with, I really don't know. I really don't, but if I have to guess, it's because it's because of this should be inherited. If anything, it might have to do with this warp here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert this into an abstract method. We're going to copy all of this. Oh. It doesn't make much sense to me, but right now we're trying anything that works. Okay, so now we're here. Here we go. Here's warp. So here's the bounce function now. So now calling warp is right here. So bounce, warp, output. We're going to take in inputs. This is returning warp. Yeah, there shouldn't be any, it should all work. Let's try this. It will, It'll take a while to get, well, let's just run it. Let's run it. Maybe we won't have to worry too much. Outputs. Okay, now let's play the waiting game. Let's see. Let's see. It might take a little while. But yeah, it's going to definitely take a while. So while that's going, I'm actually very curious about the animate function in CV2. To be fair, I'm actually more interested in the video buffer in CV2. So not necessarily displaying frames, but let's see. Where's the video buffer? Explanations. I like me some this is all the animation stuff. Let's go to the main page. Here we go. Video output. Video IO. Oh. This might be what we need. Okay, let's see here. iStream Reader. Oh, let's see. I see that this is all in C++. I wonder if they have a... I wonder if it has a Python module. To be fair, if I'm going to do this, if I'm going to try and re-implement this in Python, we're going to have to think of a way to not implement Python. For instance, if you notice for my stuff, I have it we're using CV2 to do a lot of... Actually, I think that might be something right here. Because if you notice here, it actually takes a bit of time to load everything in, compile it. If I had a timer here, 1, 2, 1. So that's actually about a second. That's about a second to generate the frame. If I'm going to generate, if we're going to make this work, I'm going to have to... There's a couple things. The first thing I'm going to have to do is set it up so that we have we need this to be threaded. I know that recently Python has been trying to implement threads. So if we can implement, I don't know if it's currently in the version I'm using, what, 3.10? Yeah, I'm using 3.10. You can see it. Okay, you can't see it because it's behind my character, but yeah, I'm using 3.10. So sadly, that doesn't have, it doesn't have the, unthreadedness yet. Or, for those unaware, Python uses a single thread and it runs it all through async. It's super fast and it's super quick, but if you don't utilize async, as in all of the methods are not they're not serialized, they all run asynchronous, then effectively it's going to run very, very slowly. And because Python is single-threaded and it uses asynchronous, if I wanted to try and set up two separate threads where like one of them would be loading in pictures to process them, generate an image, and then the other one would then push it into a video buffer. Yeah, that's I'd have to use a module called threading. The reason why I'm thinking about this is because, well, CV2 is actually pretty... I mean, the animation thing was very, very fast. We should probably check our... Let's check here. Where are... Oh. Yeah, I forgot. Our animate. We did that because we were testing. Okay, so yeah, let's rerun this. But yeah, let's see here. Image. Yeah, but we'd need a controller because right now I don't have an actual controller for my code. I just have everything set up so that, you know, everything is properly structured, and then this animate code right here. Actually, most likely it would be this animate function, where I would set up the controller, set up, you know, Python accessing the microphone, and then having it output to CV2's video buffer. But I don't think it would work very well. I think that I don't think it would work very well. It's slow, so I'd have to put it all in memory. But I don't know if that would be wise either, putting it all in memory like that. Oh. Either way, let's check out our sample. Here it is. Idle. Here, talk. And congratulations. It is still not bouncing. Why are you not bouncing? That is so weird. It is still not bouncing. do not know. It has to, something has to be, something is like, okay, so apparently it's not because war, or, you know, bounds is somewhere else. I mean, the bounce is ludicrously large, so it should count. Like, we have in here the matrices that tell us how much our bounce is. Like, yeah, there's our warp matrix right there, telling us what it is. It's the same throughout for all of them, or actually, no, it's not. Oh yeah, that's because this one right here is a smaller transformation than the other one, which is a much larger one. So yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, all right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop off, and because I have to. It's dinner time. I need to start making dinner. So I'm going to hop off and I'll continue working on this and figuring out what the problem is. And hopefully, you know, when I stream tomorrow, one, my animations will be fixed, and two, I'll be able to explain what the problem is, because this is bloody annoying. I can't believe that I spent the entire day trying to bug fix this one thing. This is... that's how it is with programming. Anyway, everyone have a good one. And I'll see you guys later. And hopefully I can fix this soon. But anyway, laters.